For more than 40 years, Averett University's athletics programs have competed in the USA South. Now we begin a new era as a member of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. We will continue to build on our traditions. We'll continue to develop our student athletes into tomorrow's leaders as catalysts for positive change. With 24 NCAA and club varsity sports, we'll bring championship aspirations, high academic success, and a focus on community service. We bring first-class facilities, and we will continue to build for the future. We'll renew old rivalries and create new ones in the ODAC. We'll do it as one team, one family, one Averett.
Don't mean it. Hello and welcome to Averett Sports Network. We're here bringing you the second matchup here in the Grant Center. The women's basketball team tipped off at 2 o'clock, and we're bringing you a tip-off here with men's basketball at 4 o'clock versus the Christopher Newport men's basketball team here, as Shane's going to bring you the starting lineup for the captains.
Captain starting lineup: number 1, Ian Anderson; number 4, Matt Brody; number 13, Jake Latta; number 22, Jan Hines; and rounding out the starting lineup for the captains, number 35, Ty Henderson.
And I'm going to knock out the starting lineup here for your Averett Cougars. It's going to be number 5, Jordan Lewis; number 12, Jason Sellers; number 20, Raja Milton; number 22, Caleb Coleman; and number 35, Miles Paulden. As we have the buzzer going off for the pregame rituals, we will be right back after this short break to bring you the tip-off and the start of the first half of play in today's matchup. And we are back with Averett Sports Network. Big one here in Danville, Virginia, in the Grant Center, as the Averett University Cougars host the number 1 overall ranked team in the nation, the Christopher Newport Captains, coming into this one 7-0 on the road. Last game beating North Carolina Wesleyan 79-71 in the tournament that CNU hosted. Cougars coming off a tough loss to Hampton and Sydney on the road. When they were before that, they were on a 5-game win streak. So the Cougars been hot. CNU has been hot. So it's going to be a good one here today as the Cougars win the tip-off. Now Lewis with the ball here at the top of the key. He's going to swing it over to Paulden. Paulden now over to Sellers. Sellers down to Milton. Milton's going to pass it down to Sellers. Sellers in the post, putting up a post hook through the contact and able to get the first points on the board is Jason Sellers.
Yeah, Sellers with a good job to body up Ian Anderson there down low. Cougars definitely want to start some more momentum throughout the rest of the season after they had that win streak snap, like you previously mentioned, Chris. As Coleman dribbles this one up the court for the Cougars. Looks like he was going to take a mid-range, hesitates, and knocks it down for the Cougars, taking the early 4-0 lead here in this matchup.
And something that has been carrying the Cougars so far this season is that defense that they have been able to play all year, something that Coach Duino takes great pride in, is a defense-first mentality. And as you see early on, the Cougars able to force a steal and able to get the buckets in transition as Henderson's going to pull up a quick mid-range shot. Milton thought he had all ball there, but the refs think otherwise. They're going to get him here with a quick first foul of the game to send Henderson to the line to shoot two.
You see Paulden getting his team together after that foul. Doesn't want to let them get too high-headed or too low-headed and just stay calm in a game of this stature. Although not being conference, still important when facing the best team in Division III basketball.
That's two free throws are good for Henderson to bring it to 4-2. Now Milton working down off of the press. He's able to get the ball past half court. Going to swing it to Sellers. Back to Milton. Milton now over to Sellers. Jordan Lewis going to wrap underneath and get the ball there on the left side. He's going to swing it to Paulden. Paulden at the top of the key. Now Coleman coming off the screen. Going to swing it to Sellers. And now the Captain's able to play some good defense of their own and get the ball right back here. Now Hines with the ball at the top of the key. He's going to swing it down the Lotta. Lotta now over the Brody. Brody on the right wing. He's going to work across, and I believe they're going to get Lewis here. So he's going to pick up his first here. This one's going to be on the floor, so it's going to be an inbound pass for the Captains. So if you're Coach Duino, something promising coming into this one is how hot your team has came out in this one. They know how big this moment is, taking on the number one team. They feel like they have something to prove. So they're going to come out swinging here, and they will. Almost a close call there for Coleman trying to pick up the steal. Got caught between the ref and a captain offender. And Hines with a nice bucket through contact down the baseline there.
Milton took a hard screen there on that play, shaking up a little bit. Hines able to just drive to the basket and get a clean finish off. Now Milton with the ball in his hand, steps back, and Paulden going to go for a mid-range, and Paulden hits it. Cougars once again in the driver's seat. Only two, though, separates these teams in the first half.
Now Brody swinging over to Lotta, over the Hines now. Lotta in the top post. He's going to swing it down the Hines, and Hines finds himself with 4 points on a wide open cut there. Wrapping around. Great ball movement there for the Captains, and able to come up with a nice design play to tie everything up 6-all. Now Sellers at the top of the key, swings over to Milton on the left wing, coming around the screen. Mid-range shot for Milton's going to be off the mark. He's going to hustle, go for the ball. They're going to call it out on Milton. Tough collision there on the sideline. Looks like both parties there is going to be okay. We're going to walk it off. As a quick sub here for the Cougars, going to be number 32, Jim Lawrence, a redshirt sophomore guard out of Taylorsville, North Carolina. The transfer from Wingate last year. He's been playing some great minutes here for the Cougars. He's going to come in and check out Milton. Milton's going to get checked out as he took a tough fall earlier in the first half.
So now Hines working on Coleman, going to feed this one down to Lotta, and then Paulden picking up the rebound on the air ball. Now Lewis dribbling this one down for the Cougars, trying to get past Brody there, but can't. Going to reset his offense, give this one to Coleman.
So another design play for the Captains. That time met, though, by Jason Sellers to get the block, and it's going to lead to the Cougars shooting 2 free throws here to try to take back a lead early in this one.
Hines picks up the foul against Coleman there on that shot.
Coleman's first free throw is going to hit the front of the rim, the back of the rim, and bounce out. Can't get it to fall as we got 2 quick subs. Lotta checking out for the Captains, and also Sellers Checking out for the Cougars, going to bring in number 24, Trey Barber, a junior forward out of Woodbridge, Virginia. And also coming in is going to be number 33, Bryson McLaughlin. Number 33, a senior forward out of Danville, Virginia, a local guy who's been playing some very good minutes for the Cougars. So now driving through is Anderson. He's going to kick it out to Hines. Hines defended closely by Coleman. Fadeaway jumper's going to be off the mark, out of bounds. And great effort there by number 24, Barber, to get out and throw that one off of Lawrence. And now checking in is going to be number 10, Jameel Carter, a junior out of Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Lawrence, unfortunate on that one, watching it go out, but gonna trickle off of him, and now Captains still keep possession of this one.
It's now passed down to Barber, working on Paulden. Paulden, nice job on the defense, getting the poke. And Henderson, with the shot clock winding down, misses the shot behind on the second chance there, gives the Captains another opportunity to score here. The Cougars still holding on to a 1-point lead. We're going to have a stop of play.
A little shot clock miscue from the looks of it.
Should be 10 on the clock. It was 17, and we're going to have a quick sub here. Number 1, Anderson checking out of the game. And coming in is going to be number 0, Rodney Graves, a fifth-year guard out of Woodbridge, Virginia, checking in. So now Henderson with the ball, coming off the screen by Barber. Paulden showing and going. Now Brody with the ball in the corner. Not a lot of time. Don't think he was aware of where the clock was, but he put up a shot anyway, got it off. And now the Captains yet again with another second chance effort here. Now this time would be a third chance as Barber working on Paulden, and he's going to get hit with the travel call. And Paulden has been doing a nice job playing defense in the low post so far in this one.
Yeah, defense is the name of the game for the Averett University Cougars, and it's going to be the most vital part of this game. If they can stay true to themselves, then they should be successful against such a quality team that is the CNU Captains.
Now Carter defended closely by Henderson, loses the ball, but able to keep it for the Cougars. Coleman getting trapped, able to get the ball away. Now McLaughlin kicking the ball to the corner to Carter. Shot's going to be off the mark, but offensive board by Paulden. He's able to stay up in the post now. Post move here, going to be off the front of the rim, contested nicely by Barber. And now we're going the other way for the Captains. And Lawrence able to set his feet and draw the charge, and you see the energy here from the Cougars as this is a big game. And something I've noticed from the Cougars, kind of been the gist of the season last year when they made the run to win the conference. They kind of like being the underdog. Move from winning the USAC last year and move to the ODAC this year was ranked pretty low in the preseason polls, but they didn't bat an eye on it. They was ranked number 9, didn't bat an eye. They said, we'll take that low ranking and we have something to prove. And that's kind of been the gist of this season here. And so no shocker that they like this position that they're in right now.
Yeah, like I previously mentioned in the broadcast, Chris, this isn't a conference game, but still a big game for the Cougar squad. Being able to take down number 1 in the nation in any sport speaks a lot about your program. So let's see if the Cougars are able to get it done today.
The former number 1 and Randolph Macon was in the ODAC. And the Christopher Newport with a hot start to the year, able to outweigh the polls and take that number 1 seed as Jordan Lewis, his shot's going to be off the mark, rebounded by Hines. Still 7-6 though, as neither team has been really able to find the bottom of the basket. Hines has the ball at the top of the key, working on Lawrence. Brody now in the corner is going to pass it down to Barber. Barber is going to get blocked by Sellers. Jordan Lewis on the effort, keeps it alive for the Cougars. And great effort by Jordan Lewis, and even better block by Sellers. Now Sellers going to go right back on the other end, working on Barber. He's going to work in the post. Going to get a hook shot off off the mark, but tap in by Bryson McLaughlin to get the 2 to go.
Cougars up 9-6 with 13 minutes left in the first half. Promising start to this game. Need to keep up this pace if they want to find themselves successful. And the miss there by Hines. Lewis now on the break for the Cougars. Driving into the paint and going to be called for the charge on what would have been a basket, but a very obvious charge there. Good job by the captains on transition.
And we're going to get a timeout here following the charge call on the floor. We'll be right back with the remainder of the first half of action after the break.
Inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon. With affordable tuition and 24/7 support, it all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
And we are back after that timeout. The Cougars holding on to a 3-point lead early in this one, 9-6. It's like I mentioned before, this defensive effort for the Cougars kind of been paving the way for them so far in this first half, as we have a number of subs coming into the game. Number 10, Devin Parrish in the game. Anderson coming back into the game. Also, number 3, Jamal Madison into the game. Sellers on the rebound for the Cougars. And also number 5, Colin Hines, the freshman, checking into the game as well. And number 0 still in the game is Rodney Graves.
Also checking into the game for the Cougars, number 14, Jalen Rowell, and number 11, Bryce Shaw, trying to have an impact early on in this matchup.
Tough rebound there for Anderson, but he's able to haul it in. Now Hines working off the screen. He's going to swing it over to Parrish, now to Graves. Parrish going to have the ball on the right wing, swinging it down to Anderson in the post, working on Sellers. 10 seconds on the shot clock, kicking it back out. 3-point shot here is going to be good. Tie it up at 9-all. That time Madison, the junior out of Norfolk, Virginia, able to connect for the captains.
Now Milton trying to drive in there, now kicks it out to Sellers. Sellers to Shaw. Shaw wanted the shot but didn't take it. Now Milton back at the top of the key. Sellers setting the screen, getting the shot off, and then McLaughlin kicking it out to Rowell on the corner and almost hitting it there for the Cougars, but now the captain's out on the break. Looks like it's going to be a foul against the Cougars. Refs haven't made a call yet. Just a whistle has been blown.
So they're going to call the foul on Bryce Shaw. The Cougars thought they should have got the charge call there. Was waiting for the baseline judge to call something there, but he never did. And it's going to send number 0, Graves, to the line to shoot 2 for the captains, trying to take, I believe it's going to be their first lead of the game if he hits. So first free throw is good. They take a 1-point lead here, 10-9. And the Cougars with excellent ball movement, the possession before, just unable to connect. As the second free throw is off the mark, rebounded by McLaughlin. Shaw now to Milton. Milton's going to slow things down and get the offense called here for the Cougars. Milton now driving in. Mid-range shot is going to be off the mark, rebounded by Graves, and they're going to be pushing the other way. The captains now going to kick out. Hines in the corner, swings to the Parrish, now to Anderson. Anderson at the top of the post, working on McLaughlin. McLaughlin, great defense, and they're going to call the travel call there.
Good job by the Cougars to stop the fast break and slow the transition, making the captains make a mistake there. Captains looking sloppy and not like the number one team in the nation that they've played as so far this season.
So now Milton bringing up the ball here for the Cougars on the left side. Coming around the screen by Sellers over to Paulden. Paulden now just swing at the Shaw. Shaw working back towards the middle of the paint. He's going to get swarmed by a couple of captains, and the pass down almost stolen by Barber, but Sellers able to collect it. His shot's going to be off the mark, but Paulden fighting through, trying to get the rebound, and they're going to call him for a loose ball foul on the attempted rebound. And Coach Duino doesn't mind that foul call on Paulden, as that was just an effort play trying to go for a second chance rebound there. So Brody now passing it down to Barber. Captains taking their time, getting it past half court. So now Barber is going to swing it over to Madison. Now Brody on the right wing, passing it down to Barber. Barber is going to get hit with another travel. Are the captains, and the Cougars still able to force these turnovers on the captains. Checking back into the game is going to be number 13, Jake Lotta. It's Milton now defended closely by Henderson. Sellers now with the ball. So swing it over to Paulden. Paulden at the top of the key, back to Milton. Milton on the right side of the court is going to swing it to Shaw. Shaw now on the left wing. Nice move coming inside, working on Brody. Layup is going to be off the mark and rebounded by Hines, and now the captain's going the other way. Henderson now working on Milton on the right wing, swinging it over to Lotta. Lotta now back to Henderson. Henderson driving through on Milton, kicks it out to Hines. Hines to swing it over to Madison. Madison with another three, unable to connect. Henderson on the offensive board, and the pass too hot for Hines, so that's going to go out of bounds, and the Cougars take possession on another turnover.
Yet another turnover for the captains. Cougars need to take advantage of these mistakes that the captains are making, and Cougars definitely need to capitalize to find themselves in a successful position in this ball game.
And you know, these are the moments where the Cougars kind of struggles at times. It's just consistency getting those turnover baskets, forcing the playing great defense, and just being able to convert on the other end and turn it into points. As Lawrence now working in on the paint, he's going to draw the foul there as his floater attempt was off the mark. Call is going to be on Barber on the push. It's going to be a loose ball foul. Anderson checking back into the game for the captains.
Barber couldn't believe it, but knows that he committed it at the same time, picking up another foul here.
Lawrence now over to Milton. Milton slips. He's able to stay with the ball, though, and Barber able to play the nice defense to take the ball away from Paulden. Now Anderson working on Lawrence down in the paint. Great defense by Lawrence. Barber, though, on the offensive glass, puts up a layup, unable to get it to go, gets his own rebound and draws the foul on this one. So he's going to be at the line to shoot 2 free throws. And that foul call is going to be on Caleb Coleman. That's going to be his first of the game. Nobody really in foul trouble here. Besides, Jordan Lewis has 2. So that's kind of why he's been limited. He's going to be checking back into the game along with Sellers, as the first free throw there for Barber is good to take a 2-point lead for the Captains. Second free throw is good for Barber. Now a 3-point lead here for the Captains. So now the Captains in a press here, trying to put pressure on the Cougars. Sellers now in a predicament. Anderson takes the ball away, goes up with it. Sellers blocks it, but the Captains will still end up with the ball. Barber takes a three. It's going to bounce out, and Jordan Lewis on the great effort on the rebound gets the ball back for the Cougars. So the Cougars dodge a bullet there after giving up a turnover off the inbound. Missed shot there by Lewis. The Captains going the other way. Hines now with the ball. Working off the screen, driving in on Lewis. And he's able to get the layup to go. That brings him to 6 points here in the matchup so far today.
Now Lewis dribbling the ball up, passing to Polden at the top of the key, trying to get it back to Lewis. Lewis with a lot of space, giving it down to Sellers. Sellers to Lawrence. Lawrence looks like he was going to drive in, kicks it out to Lewis, who can't corral that one. Shot clock at 7. Cougars need to force a shot. Here's Lewis driving into the paint. Finishes that one off for the Cougars. It's going to be 14-11, 7:14 left in the game. Captains have the early advantage. My name is Shane Mickle, and alongside me is Chris Richmond, and we'll be right back on the Averett Sports Network.
Being a student athlete here has definitely pushed me to do things that I have not been able to do in the past. Because of my team, I have opened up more socially, and they have pushed me to be a better athlete and a better student, and I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for them.
And we are back with Averett Sports Network here. The Captains with the inbound here after the tough layup made by Jordan Lewis right before the timeout. So the Captains here with the possession to answer here. Brody now on the right wing, defended closely by Lawrence. Now Graves back to Brody. Brody kicking it down to Hines. He's defended by Coleman in the low post. Nice defense by Coleman, getting the block. We're going to have another timeout, so we'll be right back with Averett Sports Network after this quick break.
Averett University provides all you need for your future through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential. With flexible online and on-campus programs, affordable tuition, and over 50 majors and programs. Visit allaverett.com. Are you all in?
And we are back with Averett Sports Network. 2 back-to-back timeouts. Now Hines passing in to Barber. Barber now to Henderson. And they're going to catch Hines wide open for an easy layup. That's Hines' 8th point of the first half. And the Captains take a 5-point lead here.
Cougars doing a good job of keeping this game at bay. Only down 5 as Lewis turns that one over, and now Brody trying to find an open teammate. The shot there by Graves to no avail. And then Brody with a shot of his own over Lawrence, not able to get it knocked off, but a blocking foul on Paulden. It's going to let the Captains keep possession of this one here.
Now McLaughlin's going to check back into the game for Paulden, as the Captains have a lot of height down low, so Coach Duino's trying to keep all his height out of foul trouble here. So far, been doing a great job of not drawing too many fouls down low. As Barber makes his first free throw as they're in the bonus now. They take now a 6-point lead. It's going to be Madison checking back into the game for the Captains, and also Anderson checking back in as well. So Barber's free throw, second one, is going to be off the mark, rebounded by Sellers. Now Lewis taking the ball the other way here. Lewis now bounce past the Sellers. Through contact, unable to get it to go. McLaughlin's effort is going to be off the mark, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. It's going to give the ball back to the Captains with 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Hendrickson swinging it to Hines on the right wing over to Anderson. Anderson dropping it down to Barber in the low post. Through contact of Sellers, and he's able to get that one to go.
Barber does a good job of changing his shot in the air and getting that one to fall for the Captains, giving them a little bit of life here as McLaughlin is called on the travel right there. Captains up 19-11 now with possession.
Now Madison with the ball here for the Captains. The Captains now with the 8-point lead. Henderson going to pass it down to Anderson, working on McLaughlin corner, swinging it over to the right wing. Now Henderson driving through on Milton. Defended nicely by Milton, poked away. Going to find Hines on a cut. This layup's going to be off the mark, though, and rebounded by Coleman. Now Coleman going the other way here for the Cougars. Working off the screen by McLaughlin. Floater here is going to be off the mark, but he draws the foul, so he will go and shoot two.
Cougars really need to hit their foul shots. These are key and vital points that the Captains are handing to them, and need to be able to take control of the situation by knocking these down.
First free throw is going to be short off the front of the rim. Jake Lotta is going to check back in the game for Barber. Second free throw is going to be good there for Coleman. The Cougars bring it back within 7. Now Henderson set the play, call the plays here for the Captains. Now Madison on the right side. He's going to get it down to Lotta in the post, working on McLaughlin. His pass is going to be off the mark to Anderson, and now the Cougars pushing the other direction. Coleman going to kick it out to Lewis. Lewis now corner three is good for Jordan Lewis. And now the Cougars starting to get hot, and now a timeout call, so we'll be right back with the remainder of the first half after this break.
Being a student athlete here has definitely pushed me to do things that I have not been able to do in the past. Because of my team, I have opened up more socially, and they have pushed me to be a better athlete and a better student. and I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for them.
And we are back with Averett Sports Network after that timeout. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in the first half. As Madison's going to swing it over to Graves. Graves down to Hines, working on Coleman. Coleman playing great defense, but Hines able to get the bucket to go through the contact. Was looking for a foul, did not get it. Now the captain's back with a 6-point lead. Now Milton working off the screen by McLaughlin over to Sellers. Sellers now back to Lewis. Lewis coming off the screen. They're going to call it a legal screen on Sellers. Going to say he threw his shoulder into him. Coleman trying to get the strip off the inbound. The captain's able to stay with it. Now Madison bringing the ball up the floor for the captains. Jordan Lewis just does a heads-up play and kicking that ball away and making the captains reset there. As that had a lot of power into it as it hit the top of the ceiling there in the Grant Center.
Physics do not apply here in the Grant Center, apparently, as we saw right there.
I don't know if the ball was just thrown that hard or the kick was just that hard, but the ball went flying. But now Hines at the top of the key here, working on Coleman. Coleman playing nice defense and forces the turnover here. Hines loses the ball.
Coleman locking up Hines throughout the first 16 minutes of this ball game. Great defensive effort by the Cougars, holding the captains to 21 points so far.
And the effort off the rebound is going to go in favor of the captains. As Barber's going to check back in along with Brody and Parrish.
Thought the Cougars were going to be able to walk away with that one, but the captains now with a 6-point lead, now able to add to it with 3:25 left here in the first half. Barber's going to give this one over to Brody. Brody looking for the drive effort, but not going to get it off. A little bit of a late foul called. Coach David Duino's not happy about that one, and he's going to let it be heard.
As it looked like it was all ball there. I don't know about that one, but I'm also not paid to make the calls down there. It's a rough time when you are in the black and white pinstripes in the middle of the court. I know that. The free throw is off the mark, and the Cougars looking at it as a ball don't lie moment. Now Milton with the ball here for the Cougars on the right wing. He's going to be going around the left side on the screens by Sellers. He's going to dish it to Sellers. Sellers through contact, not able to get the layup to go, but he will go to the line to shoot two. That was a beautiful pick and roll action between Milton and Sellers, and head coach David Duino is very hype about that one. His first free throw is off the mark there for Sellers. Now number 14, Jalen Rowell, checking back into the game for the Cougars. Jordan Lewis checking out. Second free throw is going to be good for Sellers to bring it back within a 5-point margin. Anderson back in the game for the captains.
Barber gives that one to Brody and lets him dribble it up the court, defended by Roel. Now Graves finding a little bit of space, and then the shot by Henderson. Nothing but net on that shot. Captains extend the lead out to 8 now.
Milton dishes it off to Roel. Roel is going to come around a tough screen by Sellers. Unable to get it to go, though. And the Captains are heading in the other direction. Now Henderson, after hitting that last three, is going to have the ball here for the Captain. He's driving in. Floater. It's going to be off the mark. And the Cougars, after a couple tips, able to fight and get the rebound. Coleman driving through, unable to get the touch there, and the Captains find another rebound. Now Brody bounced past to Henderson on the backside. A great job by Roel on the hustle, as it looked like the Cougars were outnumbered there on that fast break, but Roel able to hustle and get into the passing lane there and force the Captains to reset. Now Brody coming out and Hines coming back into the game. Hines with double digits so far in the first half. 10 points, has been leading the way most of the game for the Captains.
Another great example of that great Cougars hustle and defense right there as Henderson goes for the shot, trying to have deja vu happen. Same exact shot as before, but not able to handle that one. Now Milton dribbling it up, giving it to Roel. Screen by Paulden. Roel over to McLaughlin, working on Anderson. McLaughlin gets fouled on the shot. Now going to be sent to the line for a couple of free throws.
So McLaughlin will go to the line to shoot two.
McLaughlin, the senior forward out of Danville, Virginia, knows what it's like to play in the Grant Center as he knocks down his first one there. Has the experience factor on his side. See if that plays a vital part in this game.
Second free throw is going to be off the mark. Barber went for the rebound, but Roel beats him out to it. Now the Cougars with a chance for second effort points here. As Coleman's going to work around the screen, going to hit out to Paulden. Paulden mid-range shot's going to be off the mark. McLaughlin on the rebound, though. He goes back up with it. His layup will be off the mark, and Barber picks up the rebound.
Going to be called for another foul there is number 33, Bryson McLaughlin. Little bit antsy. After missing that foul shot, definitely wanted to get the ball back in his hands, but couldn't do so and pays the price for it.
And this is definitely not the time where you want to give away fouls, especially being in the bonus, because every foul leads to 2 free chances at points, as that first free throw for Barber is going to be good.
1:29 left in the first half between the Christopher Newport University Captains and your Averett University Cougars, as Barber misses the second shot, rebounded by Paulden. Now Cougars going to be out on a little bit of a break here. Milton dribbling it up, worked on by Hines. Now Roel coming off that screen, giving it out to Coleman, but going to be intercepted by Henderson. To Hines, back to Henderson. Now Graves from the three-point line, can't hit it. And Cougars have a 3-on-3 here as Milton tries to give it to Roel, and they're going to say he stepped out there. Back and forth ball game between the two teams, 8-point separation as the Captains have the lead as we near the halftime mark.
Henderson now with the ball, swinging it down to Hines on the right wing. He's going to give it to Anderson. Anderson tossing it down to Barber in the paint, and blocked by McLaughlin is Barber as he was trying to go up on Paulden. McLaughlin closed down to the post and able to pick up the block there. Now 47 seconds on the clock. 15 seconds on the shot clock. As this is now Graves working on Roel. Roel defending Graves closely. And the Cougars looking for a travel call there. Won't get it. And now the layup falls for the Captains.
10-point lead for the Captains. 24 on the shot clock. 26 on the play clock. see what the Cougars are going to do with most likely their last possession of the half. Paulden wants it double covered. Then Milton from three. Can't hit it there. And the rebound will be picked up by the captains as there's 5. And that one's gonna say a foul by Roel. Thought it was blocked, but sometimes I'm wrong, Chris.
So now a couple of close calls down there in the paint, as the captains are going to get 2 free throws to end the half.
Just handing points to them here as Henderson knocks down the first of 2. 4.1 left on the clock here in the first half. Not a lot of the time for the Cougars to make magic. Milton
now working down. Deep three-point shot for Milton. It's going to be off the front of the rim, unable to get it done. So at the end of first half of play, the Christopher Newport captains up 29-17 over the Averett Cougars. We'll be right back here after the halftime break with the beginning of the second half. And we are back with Averett Sports Network. My name is Chris Richmond. Alongside me is Shane Mickle. And we're here to start off a second half of action following an exciting first half. Leading the way for the captains it's going to be number 22, John Hines, with 10 points. He's leading the team in points. As a quick slam there for Jake Lotta off a wide-open backdoor cut. To take now a 14-point lead over the Cougars. Leading the way for the Cougars, it's going to be Jordan Lewis with 5 points.
Make it 7.
Make it 7. Mid-range shot there for Jordan Lewis to get back 2 points here. The Cougars have been playing great defense in the first half, just been kind of struggling, transitioning those defensive stops into offensive points. The captain started to pick up speed towards the end of the first half. Nice steal by Coleman in transition through contact. Went for the reverse lay. Behinds getting the block. Sniffed it out the whole way. The pass to Anderson's going to be off the mark. He tried to save it. They called it out, but even if he wasn't out, Jordan Lewis was there for the save to steal it. So the Cougars will take the ball right back after a missed opportunity on the transition.
It's going to be Milton dribbling this one up, guarded by Henderson. Not sure what the call was. Something on Matt Brody there for the captains. Going to pick up the 4th foul for the captains.
I believe they hit Brody on him trying to fight through that screen on the foul. Jordan Lewis is going to get the pass into Milton. Milton, mid-range shot. It's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Jake Lotta. And now the captain's pushing the other way. Henderson now at the top of the key working on Milton. He's driving through. He's going to pass it back out to Hines. Henderson now going to pass it down to Lotta. Lotta working on Paulden through the post and able to get it to go. So 4 straight points for Jake Lotta. And he has all the points for the captain so far in the second half of play. Now Jordan Lewis fighting around the screen, wide open mid-range. He's able to get it to go. So Jordan Lewis has all the points for the Cougars, and Jake Lotta has all the points for the captains, and they're going trading blow for blow here. Lotta now trying to get the ball to Brody, was defended closely by Lewis, and Lewis able to poke it free and get the steal. Now Lewis in transition, pulling the 3, heat check, and he hits the 3. Jordan Lewis to bring it back within single digits, forces the timeout, and we'll be right back with Averett Sports Network after this timeout.
Inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon, with affordable tuition and 24/7 support. It all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
And we are back with Averett Sports Network after both teams trading blows. Jordan Lewis hits a 3 off of the turnover to bring it back to single digits. He has 7 points at the beginning of the second half. Henderson defended by Milton. Down in the post, he gets it out to Anderson. Anderson down to Barber. Barber defended by Paulden. He gets a tough floater out the post over Paulden.
Milton dribbling this one up the court for the Cougars. Screen by Sellers. Milton from mid-range knocks it down. Captains up 9, 35-26 here with 17 minutes left in the second half.
Making a first appearance in the game is going to be number 15, Nick Thomas, the senior out of Yorktown, Virginia, for the Captains. As Hines working on Coleman. Fadeaway jumper for Hines is good. That brings him to 12 points on the day. And so far in the second half, the Captains haven't really been able to pull away, and the Cougars haven't been able to bring it all the way back. It's been kind of a standstill. It's Milton now working off the screen by Sellers, driving in. He's going to get out to Sellers. Sellers through contact is going to be defended by Barber, and now Henderson in transition the other way. Coleman's going to get the foul to stop the transition there. That's going to be Caleb Coleman's second foul of the game. Spaulding's going to check out. McLaughlin coming back in for the Cougars.
Trying to read the Cougars' defense here are the Captains, trying to be able to get the ball in the basket. Now Anderson's going to have this one. Give it to Hines. Hines covered by Coleman. 22 versus 22 down low. And Coleman wins the battle as Hines off the mark with that one. Lewis trying to drive in. Hesitating, bringing that one back out now.
And if you look at the team stats, neither team shooting outstanding from the field. The Captains shooting 39%, the Cougars shooting 31%. The offensive glass is the glass in general is pretty much even, as the Captains have 24 rebounds. The Cougars have 20 rebounds. That now the foul is going to send McLaughlin to the line to shoot two. And the 4 of the rebounds that separate the Cougars and the Captains are all offensive rebounds. They're even with defensive rebounds. And the Captains have 4 more offensive rebounds. So that first free throw is off the mark. So Bryce Shaw's going to check in the game for Coleman. McLaughlin's second free throw's off the mark, but second chance effort here for the Cougars. The three-pointer's off the mark, and Hines able to get up and get the rebound. So now the Captain's pushing the other way. It's Madison now. Passing it down to Anderson. Anderson working on Sellers. Sellers able to poke that one away. Great defense by Sellers down in the post as Henderson's going to check back into the game. Checking off Thomas. So Hines pass going to go into Madison. Madison the pass down to Barber. Barber working on McLaughlin. And the hook shot's going to be good. It's been kind of his bread and butter so far in the second half of play. That's his second hook shot to go in the post. So now the Captains with a 13-point lead. Now Sellers going to hit Lewis on the wraparound, defended closely by Henderson. Now McLaughlin over to Milton. Milton now with 10 seconds left to go. Nice move. Gets the defender on the floor, misses the layup, but Sellers coming in on the offensive glass and getting the layup to go. Henderson tried to push the tempo there, but Jordan Lewis doing a great job staying in front of him and forcing him to slow things down.
Cougars still doing a good job of staying within this game as McLaughlin picks up that rebound. Down 11 here as Milton got his defender jumping there, going up and over the bench. There is number 3 for the Captains.
Good effort there by Madison trying to keep that ball alive. Unable to do so, though. Now Lewis working off the screen by Sellers. Mid-range shot for Lewis off the back of the rim, but McLaughlin going up and getting that offensive glass. Getting on the offensive glass, but blocked away by Barber.
Good job by McLaughlin to get up and get that rebound. Cougars retain the possession on the second chance opportunity now. Ball will be inbounded from number 5, Jordan Lewis. Lewis calling a play for the inbound here as McLaughlin receives it.
McLaughlin now with 7 rebounds, 4 offensive and 3 defensive, as he isn't the tallest player on the court but plays with a lot of effort and has a lot of athleticism as well. Bryce Shaw from the corner, unable to connect, and that's going to be Lotta getting up and getting that rebound. Now Hines in transition here. He's going to go up and under and get in the reverse lay there. It's going to be number 5, Colin Hines. Now McLaughlin driving in on Lotta. He's going to pass it back out to Milton. Milton connects for 3 to bring it within 10 points. And another timeout here on the court with 13 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in the second half of play. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
Being a student athlete here has definitely pushed me to do things that I have not been able to do in the past. Because of my team, I have opened up more socially, and they have pushed me to be a better athlete and a better student, and I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for them.
And we are back after the timeout. Big time 3 by Raja Milton for the Cougars to bring it back within 10, and the Cougars just won't go away. Still scratching and clawing. Now Colin Hines. We got both the Hines on the floor at the same time. As Henderson is going to be working on Milton. He's going to swing it over to Graves. Graves cutting through and getting a tough layup through contact there to take back a 12-point lead for the Captains.
Now Lewis dribbling this one, worked on by Henderson, trying to find that mid-range, can't get it though. Now passing out to Milton, who's covered by the younger Hines. Now Sellers trying to post spin, but ball is going to be poked out, no foul called. Graves on the run for the Captains, trying to kick it out. Henderson 4-3, hits it for the Captains. Captains now find themselves up 15 here in this matchup.
Now Milton is going to give it to Lewis on the wraparound. Lewis now on the right wing, working on Graves. Graves gets a poke. Lewis able to keep the ball. Now McLaughlin fighting through. He passes back out to Milton. Milton now for 3. He's going to be off the mark. Lotta on the rebound. And now the Captains pushing the floor here. Graves defended by Shaw, driving through the contact, unable to get it. And Milton on the rebound and draws the foul on Colin Hines.
The freshman out of Norfolk, Virginia, picks up a foul.
That was number 13, Jake Lotta, who went for the putback dunk. But I guess he misread the rebound as it went right past him and ended up in the hands of Raja Milton. And now Coleman, Paulden, and Lawrence back on the floor for the Cougars. As Lewis now fighting around, is going to get a bounce pass to Paulden. Paulden now in the post. Going to kick it back out to Lewis. Lewis driving through, mid-range shot for Lewis. Hits the jumper and gets the foul. So he has a chance at a three-point play. And Lewis, who just dropped a 20-point game versus Hampton and Sydney, along with Raja Milton, who dropped 25 points. They were kind of the dynamic duo in that one, as Jordan Lewis has 14 points now in this one. And he's able to convert the three-point play, so that brings him to 15 points total now and bring this one back within 12. So the Captains hit a big-time three in Henderson, and the Cougars able to answer right back with the and one off the mid-range. So now it's Graves pushing the floor here for the Captains, working on Lawrence. And the Cougars able to get the steal, and now they're pushing the other way. Jordan Lewis is going to get double teamed there, was able to get the ball away. Now Lawrence with the ball, working on Lotta on the right wing. Was able to draw the foul here, shooting. He's going to get Lotta in the air, and that's going to send him to the line to shoot three. They're going to say it was a mid-range shot, not a three-pointer, so he's going to only shoot two. First free throw's good there for Lawrence. Now Madison checking back in the game for Graves. Second free throw is going to be off the mark, rebounded by Hines. Now the Cougars back within 11 here, as Henderson's going to bring up the ball, defended by Lewis. Now Madison with the ball. He's going to swing it over to Anderson at the top of the key. He's going to give it to Hines on the left wing. Hines now defended closely by Coleman. He's going to drive through. Late foul call. I believe it's going to be on Coleman. Excuse me, no, never mind. They're going to call that on Jordan Lewis. They're going to say that he reached in, and they're going to hit him for that foul. I believe that's Jordan Lewis's third. So he's going to get checked. He's going to get checked out of the game. Bryce Shaw is going to come back in. Or excuse me, Milton's going to come back in. Madison to Hines. Hines now pulling from three and able to get it to go right before the buzzer. They'll take now a 14-point lead.
10 minutes and 40 seconds left here in this game, as the Captains have a 14-point lead as Milton goes for the shot and can't find it. Cougars really need to pick things up on the offensive side of things if they want to stay alive against such a talented team.
One of the calls that has been added recently is the flop call. They're going to hit Lawrence with that flop call. They're going to treat it like a technical, so he gets a free throw. So that free throw is off the mark here. So the free throw's off the mark, and the Captains will receive the ball on the baseline. It looks like head coach Krikorian is not too happy the fact that one of the Averett players was talking to the ref during the technical technical free throws. He was talking to the ref past the half-court line. The coach wasn't too happy about it. Now there's going to be a foul call on Paulden. Now Henderson with the ball, swings to Anderson, over to Madison. Madison now to Hines. He's defended closely by Coleman. Over to Madison in the corner. He's going to swing it down to Anderson in the high post. Down to Lotta, low post on Paulden. He's going to swing it back out to Henderson. Henderson driving through. Floater here is going to be off the mark. Anderson tries to put a putback up. Is off the mark, and the Cougars end up with the rebound here.
Less than 10 minutes left here in the second half between your Averett University Cougars and the captains of Christopher Newport University.
As Lawrence driving baseline there was able to pick up another foul there on Anderson. As Sellers going to check back in alongside Graves for the captains, and also Barber. They're going to check out Anderson and Lotta, and also Brody's going to come back into the game here for Henderson. So now Lawrence with the ball in the corner. He's going to pass it down to Sellers. It's going to get hit away, but Lawrence able to scoop it up. Floater off the glass by Lawrence, able to connect for the Cougars to bring it back within 12. And the Cougars not going to go away. If it's one thing about this Cougar team, they're going to fight to the end, no matter the score. So it's going to take a lot to put them away. Great defense by Coleman, able to poke around and get the steal, and you're starting to feel a little bit more energy off that Cougar bench.
Yeah, Coleman setting the tone there for the next 9 minutes of this game. See if he can get that finish off. Gets the rebound as Sellers goes back up with it.
Tough contact finish there by Jason Sellers to bring it back within 10. Graves now over to Hines. Hines driving through, loses the ball, and another steal for the Cougars. And they're going to slow it down now. Coleman bringing up the ball for the Cougars. They're looking to try to bring this within single digits here on this possession.
Coleman trying to get the finish, but picks up the foul there on the drive attempt. Going to the line to shoot two is number 22, Caleb Coleman.
So we'll be right back after this timeout with Averett Sports Network with the remainder of the second half.
Inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon. With affordable tuition and 24/7 support, it all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
And we are right back here with Averett Sports Network with 8 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the second half. The Cougars trying to put together a little run here, trying to bring it back to single digits. As Coleman's first free throw is off the mark. Second free throw here gets the Cougar roll in. So now we're back to single digits here, 49-40. It's now Henderson with the ball. Is going to give it over to Brody. Now Graves on the right side to Madison. Madison on the wing. He's going to get it back to Henderson here. Cougars still playing that aggressive defense. Now in the corner is Graves driving in on Lawrence. Lawrence defending closely. Now Barber. He's getting collapsed on. Now Graves driving through contact, able to get the layup to go, and that's a tough bucket. And that's a tough bucket there. As he gets the layup to go, and it has a chance at a three-point play here. free throw is good to take back a 12-point lead. Coleman now with the ball. He's going to get it back to Sellers. The captain's going back into that press. Now Shaw is going to stop the dribble and get it over to Coleman so Coleman can set something up. He's driving left and draws the foul again, that time on Brody. And they're going to call that in the shooting motion, I believe. Yep, it's going to be during the shot, so it's going to send them to the line. They're also in the bonus as well, so they would be shooting anyway. So now 2 more shots here for Coleman. Try to bring this thing back to 10. It's number 22 there for the captains. John Hines waiting to come back in the game at the substitution booth. His first free throw is off the mark there for Coleman. Now Hines checking back into the game, checking out Brody. As the second free throw has gone, and that's pretty much been every trip for the Cougars, shooting 7 for 16 from the free throw, just under 50%, leaving a lot of points up in the free throws. It's Madison now pushing the floor here for the captains. Graves now. They're going to hit Lawrence with a blocking foul. Everybody on the Cougars side thought that was going to be a charge. It looked like he got his feet set, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Lawrence, unfortunate on the effort there. Really good at taking charges and drawing fouls, but not able to prevail there. Sending Graves to the line for the captains as he hits his first foul shot right there, extending the lead to 12 with 7:46 left in the second half.
They're going to call a violation there on the captains. They came in too early, so no second free throw there for them. So the Cougars will take the ball back. Lawrence checking out of the game, and McLaughlin coming back in with 7 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in this one. The captain's still up 12. Now Milton over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin now getting it down to Sellers. Sellers driving through on Barber. Through contact, no call. Cougars able to fight and get the rebound, though. Coleman thought about the three-point shot. It's going to dribble and take that one, and is good from the corner, bringing it back within 9. Big-time shot by number 22, Caleb Coleman. Passed up the easy one and knocked down the hard one.
Yeah, great effort by Coleman to sidestep the defender and create some space. Be a shot creator, young fella, and get the bucket off as Barber picks up the and one right there for the captains. 3-point play going to the line is number 24, Trey Barber, the junior out of Woodbridge, Virginia, going to the line. 55-44 is the score.
It's going to be Sellers' second personal foul of the game, so not really in foul trouble. Jordan Lewis is on the court, though, currently, as he has 4 fouls, so he's just 1 foul away from being done for the rest of the game, so he's going to be playing conservative in this one. So he's getting collapsed on. McLaughlin keeps the ball. Milton, wide open 3, able to get it to go, and the Cougars just won't go away, bringing it back within 9 with just under 7 minutes to play. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Being a student athlete here has definitely pushed me to do things that I have not been able to do in the past. Because of my team, I have opened up more socially, and they have pushed me to be a better athlete and a better student, and I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for them.
And the fight in the Cougars is still going after a big-time shot right before the timeout by Raja Milton. Cougars still fighting to stay in this one, now down only single digits.
Captains letting the Cougars crawl back into this one, making some mistakes that need to be executed. As Henderson on the shot there, bouncing around, but not going to go in. Going to be able to pick up the opportunity, though. They're trying to say that one hit the backboard or the shot clock and was out of bounds, but referees didn't see it.
I know I might be a little biased, but that did look like it hit the shot clock. But no call there, and the captain's able to take advantage of it as that shot's going to be off the mark. Barber on the rebound. And now the captain's in transition here.
Captains have been very promising when they execute their plays, is right there as McLaughlin fouls Hines, sending him to the line with the possibility of the Captains hitting 60 points here after these two foul shots.
First free throw here is good for Hines. The take now a 12-point lead here for the Captains.
Hines taking his second from the free throw line.
The second free throw is good. So now 13-point lead for the Captains. Lotta and Anderson checking back in for Graves and Barber. And that's something that makes it so tough with this Captains team. You had 6'8" just come off, but you also had 2 6'7s come back on off the bench. So they have height all throughout the depth chart, but three-point shot here by Coleman's off the mark, but great rebound by Jason Sellers with the second chance opportunity. Gets it to go and brings the Cougars back within 11 points.
Cougars still have quite the deficit, but plenty of time left in the game to get rid of said deficit here. Anderson working on Sellers now under the basket, going for the spin. Can't get it. Who's going to pick up the rebound? It's going to be the Cougars, and Jordan Lewis out on the break. Lewis finding Milton. Milton for three. Milton can't hit it, but Lewis picks up the rebound, finds Milton, and Milton gets the finish on the perfect pass. 60 points in favor of the Captains, but the Cougars crawling into this one. Another timeout. And my name is Shane Mickle, and alongside me is Chris Richmond, and we will be right back on the Averett Sports Network.
Inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon, with affordable tuition and 24/7 support. It all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
And we are back with Averett Sports Network in here. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in this one. The Captains holding on to a 9-point lead. The Cougars just went on a run to bring it back within single digits, as the Cougars just won't quit, not letting the number 1 team in the nation pull away from them, as Graves now working on McLaughlin. And that's going to be a kickball there on McLaughlin. They're just trying not to let that ball get down in the paint. They got a couple big men in foul trouble here. They're trying to go the distance here, as Barber's going to get a wide open layup there off the inbound to take back a 11-point lead. So now Milton bringing up the ball, defended by Madison. He's going to work down the right side here on the wing. Lewis is going to come get the ball. It's going to come off the screen by McLaughlin. Fakes the mid-range, goes to finish with the right hand. McLaughlin goes up for the rebound, but they're going to call him on the foul. Leo's going to call an over-the-back call on McLaughlin. It's going to bring Barber down on the other side to shoot free throws, and this is where the game is going to get interesting. Both teams in foul trouble here in the bonus. So every foul leads to a chance for points here, and this could either make it or break it for the Cougars. So now Barber, his first free throw's off the mark. Sellers on the rebound. And the Cougars have another chance here at an offensive possession. Down 11, 4 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in this one. Lewis working on Henderson. Milton wrapping around, bounce pass to Sellers through contact, getting the layup to go, and the Cougars right back in it, down by single digits. Great pick and roll action by the Cougars. I imagine that's exactly how Coach Duino drew it up. Ran the play to perfection, and they're back within 9 points. Now Hines working in the high post there on Coleman. Coleman defending closely. Hines going to get a wide open layup there in the post move. Coleman trying to play conservative, not trying to give up any fouls.
Now Cougars out on the attack, finding themselves down 11 with 3:20 left in this game. Milton now balls in his hand, defended by Graves. Passing over to Coleman. Coleman trying to work on Hines. Screened by McLaughlin's going to set it up a little bit, but now Sellers' ball is loose and going to be out of bounds in favor of the Captains.
And the Cougars going to go to the press here, trying to push the tempo as it's creeping up on 3 minutes now. Now Hines going to swing it over the Graves. Graves now to Madison. Madison coming off the screen here, defended closely by Lewis. And he's going to get a wide open layup there off the screen. Will now take a 13-point lead, 11-point lead for the Captains. Now Sellers fighting through. Hook shot. It's going to be off the mark. Now the Captains pushing in the other direction.
Seems like the chances for the Cougars are slowly running out here in this game.
Hines fighting through, getting another easy layup.
Captains find themselves up 15 with 2 minutes left. Easy to say that this one might be over for the Cougars, but need to go out with a bang and show fight like they always have.
Free throw here is good for Jordan Lewis.
Lawrence tried to get a deflection after the missed foul shot there by the Cougars. Now the Captains with possession once again, and Henderson giving this one to Graves. Graves over to Hines. Hines Now down to Barber, all the way to the other side of the court, and back to Graves. Graves for the three, can't hit it there, but Hines getting the rebound and trying to put it back, but can't. Foul going to be called on the Cougars. Hines once again going to be at the foul line here for the Captains, looking to add to this 14-point lead with 1:44 left in the game. Hines not able to knock that one down, giving the Cougars a little bit of hope.
Second free throw here is going to be good to bring back a 15-point lead. It's going to be a timeout. We'll be right back with Averett Sports Network after the break.
Being a student athlete here has definitely pushed me to do things that I have not been able to do in the past. Because of my team, I have opened up more socially, and they have pushed me to be a better athlete and a better student, and I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for them.
And we are back with the closing minutes of this one. The Cougars looking for a desperate comeback here, down 15 against the #1 team in the nation. As Lawrence looking for a shot here, unable to get it to go. Falls awkwardly on that foot. He's going to come limping off. McLaughlin coming back into the game here. Lawrence was saying, I'm good, I'm good. He wanted to stay out on the floor, but Coach Dueno's like, there's no sense of getting my guys hurt, so takes him off. So now Hines on the right wing, driving in on McLaughlin. Floater here is going to be good. Knock it down. And that's going to be a 16-point lead, 71-54 in favor of the Captains. Now Lewis bounce pass to McLaughlin. McLaughlin is going to be blocked by Barber. Now 47 seconds out on the clock, and I'm pretty sure you can wrap this one up here in Danville.
Last two possessions of the game will happen here, as CNU look to hit a three to try and ice that game, but Miles Paulden picks up the rebound and gives it to Bryce Shaw. Cougars now out on the break. Jordan Lewis trying to get the reverse layup, but going to be blocked by number 0, Graves, for the Captains. 18 seconds left here in this ball game. And Milton 4-3 for the Cougars, can't hit that one. Now going to count down the final 10 seconds here left in this game. Still, the Averett Cougars on the gas pedal, showing the heart that they have all season long, as this one will get dribbled out by the Captains. And that will be the game here between the two teams.
In the closing minutes here has come to an end here in the Grant Center, the second game of 2 that we hosted here today. The Christopher Newport Captains able to get the win and stay undefeated. The number 1 team in the nation picks up the W, 71-54 over the Averett Cougars. This has been another edition of Averett Sports Network. My name's Chris Richmond. Alongside me is Shane Mickle, and always remember, roll Cougs.